Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a KV-85. It's a Soviet Tier 6 heavy tank and it's located on the northwest spawn of Fjords. And it's under the command of General Disturbance. Yes, I'm afraid it's another of my replays. This time I'm taking out the KV-1 clone. I say it's a KV-1 clone, but it's actually an IS turret on a KV-1 chassis, an adjusted and modified KV chassis. And this one has the 100mm gun, so it's particularly potent. And I happen to be top tier in this battle. And battle has commenced. Now, the KV-85 is a development of the KV-1S tank. It's an enhanced armament. It was actually produced in 1943. It entered service in August 1943 and was mass produced. They made 148 of these and they were spread outside all over the Red Army. Now, unlike the KV-1S, the KV-85 is a heavy tank which trades armour for speed and manoeuvrability. The KV-85 is very deadly on the flanks of opponents, and I could see somebody had gone past us there a little further back. Yeah, there was an enemy went up onto the rise. Now I've got a T-34-85 ahead of me and a T-34 shielded. Now I've got the heaviest gun of the group and the heaviest armour, so they should defer to me to allow me to get round, because I'm going to do the most damage to the enemy and make sure of getting my penetration. Okay, T-34-85 is poking around the corner already. I'm coming up. And he's side-scraping on the corner, which is awkward. And he's facing a worse opponent, a VK3601. That's a tier 6. And I've given him room, and I'm poking my head around the corner. There's the VK. And he keeps teasing forward. Now, you don't want to do that, because you might get a 100mm round in your back of your turret. I fire a round in, get the hitbox, 232 hit points. And I'm now going to try and side-scrape on that corner. I can do it. He can't really. He's a medium tank. I'm just trying to get a shot into that KV. Oh, and I bounced around off him. I didn't get the hit there. He put a round into my tracks. But I'm trying to get the best position so I can get a shot on that KV-1S. Pulling around the corner and adjusting. There's the KV-1S. Oh! Now that's the terrible gun depression on the KV. I put a round into the KV-1S, but I take a round from the VK for 144. And I finish off the KV-1S. I'm waiting for my tracks to repair. Okay, now I'm going to push forward, take out the VK3601. Now this is where it gets interesting. Okay, coming around the corner. There's the VK. I put a round into him for 239. But I take a round back for 111, so it's good exchange. I bounce around for 135 and I go for the RAM. And I've left him on just one hit point there. And he's taken out by his own Arty. The FV304 in the enemy team hit him and took him out. Oh, poor guy. Well, he had to die, but unfortunately, I've just been hit by the FV304 and the AMX-13 F3. And I've lost quite a lot of hit points, over 250 hit points. In fact, 265 hit points from those shots. And I've been tracked again by the FV304. He got 11 hit points this time. So I'm hemorrhaging hit points. My crew's still stunned. I accidentally fired that round, but I didn't mean to fire it. But I'm moving again. And there's a P43 round the corner. Gonna try and get him. Oh, took a round for 102. Fire around him for 228. I'm now down to just 16 hit points. P43 bounced around off me. There's a shielded. Put a round into him, and I've set him on fire. He's on fire. And he's burned to death. He's gone. So I got 2 kills before I was wiped out. I didn't get the VK, but I did get the KV-1S, and I did take out that T-34S. So 2 kills, and I think I've picked up the High Calibre. And my win rate so far for that battle was 3-3-4-2. I think that will be the final count. But I know that some enemy tanks went around me there. And they're going around the corner. But we've got a Churchill 3 defending towards our cap area. And a T-37 is going up to that Matilda 4. And I'm going to switch view to watch what's going on any second. Okay, we've got the T-37 and the Matilda 4 and a VK3001P. That's the Porsche version of the or precursor of the Type tank, but this is a medium. Now he's trying to side scrape there, and he gets hit. And the Matilda's hit by Arty. And he's been stunned. And the VK fluffs his first shot. And not his second. So he's finished that off. And the VK's track is up, and now he's moving. He's going into the East Passage. T-37's headed south. A P-43 has been spotted near our cap area, and he's fighting out with Churchill 3. And I believe I'm about to switch back to the T-37. He's seen the MX-13F3 on the way to the pass. Now the action's going on with the T-37, so I switch to him. And he's suddenly come across the FB-304. And here he is, he's circling the FB-304 and he's pumping rounds into him. And he's killed. That's the first one. And there's the Gorilla, and he's just derped his round. He didn't hold his fire until the T-37 was close. And needs another round. And he's gone. And there's only one more enemy remaining, and we don't know where he is. Now, it's the T-67. He's done a quick U-turn, and he's headed back to the enemy camp. They think he's over on the east side of the map. No, he's not. He's the other side. He's behind us. T-37's going in for the kill shot. Fires one round in. T-67 was hit. And he's been taken out by the Churchill 3, and that's the end of the battle. So, I didn't last very long, but I did fulfill the heavy tank number 6. And here's the end of battle results. I only got a second class mastery in that battle, but I did pick up my first MOE, my first mark of excellence for the KV-85. I set fire to the T-34S and burned him to death. And I also took down 2 enemies who did damage to me during the battle, and so for that I actually picked up a duelist badge. I got a eye for an eye badge because I took out the T-34S and he took out me. So we each of us get an eye for an eye, and I got the fire for effect for dealing more damage than the hit points of my own vehicle. And here's the funny ones. I actually picked up a lucky badge. When that VK3601H was taken out by his own Arty, I was closer than 10 meters, and for that, by killing his own teammates instead of me, I pick up a lucky badge for that one. And I also picked up the High Calibre for dealing the most damage in the battle. So let's have a look on the team score. Well, 1,676 hit points of damage. That's the High Calibre. The highest on the enemy team was 691 from the VK3601H, and most of that was against me, I think. The Churchill managed 1,265 and the VK3001P managed 843. When it came to kills, it was the Churchill who managed 3, the VK31OP made 3, and I managed 2 alongside the T-37. He did pick up a Saskuchis for getting 2 kills, 2 Arty kills, the FP304 and the Gorilla. And if we have a look at the base XP, I came second on that one. It was actually the Churchill 3 who managed the most. He's the tier 5, I was tier 6, so he was hitting higher tier opponents. He earned 1,076 base XP. I got 756 off that one. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, I only fired 9 rounds during the entire battle, but I got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration. So all the shots that I did definitely fire at the target. It was only that rise, when I went over that rise and the gun went up in the air, that I didn't hit the KV-1S, and that's when he managed to hit me instead. So I would have got even more hits on target if I hadn't gone over that rise. Poor gun depression on the KV-85. I did damage of 1,676 hit points, and it was all at close range. I received 10 hits during the battle. 6 of them were penetration, 4 were non-penetration, and 4 hits as a result of splash damage. And then most of those came from the FP304, but a few of them were from the AMX-13F3, and 1 was from the Gorilla. I blocked damage of 380 hit points in total. I damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did damage assistance of 109 hit points. On a premium count, I earned 33,965 credits. I got 981 hit points of compensation because I must have been hit by one of my teammates during that battle. And I also, after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 27,712 credits. I received 1 bond, that was for the High Calibre. And I also received 1,134 base XP on a premium, that's 1.5 times base, times 2 for the first victory of the day, and a personal reserves bonus going for 100%, so I took away 3,402 experience points altogether. Now, the KV-85, it is a tank you all have to go through if you're going to get to the IS-3 at tier 8. It's the tier 6 version. Once you've got that 100mm gun, it becomes a lot more fun, because just about everything you fire at, you penetrate, so long as you can fire it in the right position. And as you can see there, I did fluff at least one shot because it shot over the top of the KV-1S when I went over that rise. So just remember, KV-85, no gun depression, absolutely diabolical on its gun depression, but once you've actually got it lined up on the target, it tends to go straight through the target. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.